It's story time again, boys and girls. First, watch this short video, and we'll be back with the story.
Yeah, the heaviest drinking man in the country is a woman from Chicago. Oh my God! How does anyone keep up? What? I've been here for like a year and a half now, and I think I can unequivocally say that I've never seen people drink the way that they do in Chicago. Like, if the World's Fair ever comes back to Chicago, don't build anything, don't make anything, just send Taylor from Wrigleyville out there and let her shock the world.
It's accurate. It's accurate. Now, listen, they do a bang up job in Wisconsin. Do not get me wrong, right? Wisconsin, when you look at a map of the United States of America broken down by county and they list the top 50 drunkest counties, like almost all of them are in Wisconsin, right? Wisconsin does an above average job of drinking, but it's a different kind of drinking. Wisconsin is like a steady drinking, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They're just gonna fucking keep hammering, right? They're just, it's part of the life, right? Seemingly. I'm not trying to speak for Wisconsinites, seemingly. In Chicago, it's more like a you don't drink, you don't drink, you don't drink, but oh, we're going out drinking, we are gonna fuck shit up. Case in point. In another lifetime, when Renee and I were just dating, before we were married, my cousin had a friend who was going to engage to his girlfriend, and it was going to be this big to do. He was going to win like a surprise gift from, the DJ at this club. And within this gift, it was going to be all kinds of items leading up to the ring, right? It was going to be this whole thing. And my cousin and all of his friends were going, and he invited me, and in turn, Renee. And we all went down. It was Hang-Ups in Chicago. If you're from Chicago and you know Hang-Ups, it's in the basement, So we're down in the basement, and I don't know, it's my cousin and maybe 3 to 5 of his friends, and then me, and then Renee, and then obviously the woman who was getting proposed to. And everybody's drinking and having a good time for this prolonged period of time leading up to this event, and this one buys a round of shots, or that one buys a round of shots, and then my wife, my girlfriend at the time, Renee, she buys a round of shots, and she's buying vodka shots, I believe it was. And none of the guys, she lines up shots on the bar, and none of the guys are paying attention, and so she just drinks them. Well, I ordered them. I'm not going to let them go to waste, and none of them seem to be paying attention, so she drinks them, and then they turn around and go, I thought you were lining up shots, and she's like, you guys weren't fucking paying attention. He's like, what the fuck? And so she lines up another line of shots, and she does a fucking round with everybody. And that happens a few times throughout the night, right? So now, like, she's gone. Like, fucking gone. For every one shot the guys were doing, she was doing however 5, 6, however many. I mean, gone. Walking her back to the car was an adventure in and of itself, right? I mean, because it was like trying to get a toddler back to the car at that point in time. We get back to the car. We're heading out of the city, and she needs to use the bathroom. So I pull off. Anybody in the Chicagoland area would know. Probably not the best spot to pull off. I don't worry about these areas, but probably not the best spot to take your girlfriend to. But I pull off on Cicero Avenue off of 290, and there's a gas station right there. Everybody from Chicagoland right now is going, you got off at Cicero, what, like 3, 4 in the morning? At 290. Brilliant. Anyway, I get off at Cicero. There's a gas station there. So I'm right back. She goes into the gas station. She goes into the stall. And I'm just sitting there because, I mean, this is pre-smartphone. There's nothing to scroll. I'm just... It's taken her forever. It's taken her forever. And right about the time I think, all right, I need to get up and go get her. I need to go figure out how to get into the women's bathroom in there without being noticed and go, are you okay? She comes out of the bathroom. And she said, well, the problem is that I went to go take my pants down to use the bathroom, and I kind of fell forward and hit the door. And I pushed myself off the door, and I landed on the toilet, but then I couldn't figure out how to get back up. Okay, so we are fucking hammered. Got it. At the time, my mom and I were in a reconciliation attempt, and she was like, just stay in the living room. You know, I had a little futon couch bed thing in the living room. And there was living room furniture, and there was an office table desk with the computer where, you know, back in the day you'd go on AOL, or you'd play your poker or your solitaire. And it was, the living room was down like 2 steps. When you walked in, it was a condo. When you walked, it was technically called a cocho. When you walked in the door, you were on this like riser 2 steps above the living room, and whatnot, whatever. Anyway, that's where I was staying. And we make our way. She finally gets out of the bathroom. We make our way all the way back out to where I was, you know, staying at my mom's. We're in the hallway of the condo building, and I'm telling her, shh. Like it's almost fucking morning. We don't want to wake anybody up, especially not Ethel, my mom. We don't need that shit. Put the key in the door, open the door, and the condo is just pitch black except for the glowing screen of my mother's computer where she is sitting in the living room in the pitch black playing solitaire. And now we just entered into this door on this like risen area above the living room looking down at her while I'm trying to get Renee not to make a lot of noise to not wake my mom up. We walk through the door. She sees my mom sitting there and just busts out laughing. Yeah. It was an interesting night. But the point of the story is the gentleman is correct. If you want to see one of the hardest drinking men you'll ever see in your entire life, to go drink with a Chicago woman. They might not have a drink for fucking 3 months. But the minute you go, you want to go out drinking, they will fuck you up. They will fuck you. And it's not like they're like, we got to do this drink or that drink or this drink. It's, we're going out and we're getting fucked up. And holy shit, man. My wife has been bringing her father beers since she was tugging on Mama's apron, and you know, I'm here to tell you that that's not a scenario you want to find yourself in, going 1-for-1 with a Chicago woman who was taught how to drink by their father. These fucking women around here are not playing.